Hey, it's Drew Neiser with another Tuesday tip. I know what you're thinking right now. How do you respond to the changing marketplace? Well, fortunately for you, we've got some fabulous members in CMO Huddles, including Lisa Cole from 2X, who has just written a book called Brand Gravity. Lisa, give us a tip right now that CMOs can do to sort of address this crazy world that we're living in right now.
I think the first tip would be to elevate your content from noise to pull. Most buyers are likely already in motion doing their research, right? And focus your content on being findable and useful where they're looking, whether that's in traditional search, social, or even the AI answer engines. Biggest thing, just ditch the random acts of content. Be very consistent and purposeful to educate and guide your buyers before they talk to sales.
I love it. And it's really is about adding value and being helpful and generating goodwill so they actually want to talk to you when they're ready. Okay, so
Become the enablers of their buying process, basically. Make it
okay,
easy for them to make the
so
decision.
tip number two.
Lead with credibility, not just claims. And so understand that as buyers, we don't just trust marketing promises, as you all know, they trust proof. And so make customer stories, analyst validation, technical reviews, maybe peer reviews, customer testimonials front and center. Showcase your expertise in action. It's that credibility that's going to convert into trust.
And I imagine that the first point and the second point, the content and the credibility go together. I mean, this is how you're delivering that information, right?
They do. They do. Even thinking about, the smart and helpful content we just talked about is part of the design, the formatting of that content, including, a third person voice to validate certain points in that content, super helpful.
Awesome. All right. It's funny. It's always coming back to Brent Adamson and making buying easier.
Right?
So,
Right.
tip number three.
Activate your community as your growth engine, right? Influence doesn't just come from all the channels that you are marketing and advertising in, it comes from people. And one of the things I've found most surprising is that marketers sometimes forget that they have evangelistic customers. They're people that advocate for their brand when they're not around. And so be intentional about asking for those referrals, asking your buyers, those champions, those advocates to talk about you or to talk about the way that they've used your solution or your product wherever they're connecting with others. So if they're in Slack groups, right? If they're in groups like CMO Huddles, are they sharing what they've learned from working with your company, your platform, your solution? Jump on LinkedIn threads, ask them to contribute to industry forums. Actually, one of my favorite marketing strategies that one of my former team had actually really invested a lot in, and it was showcasing the successes of your customer. And so, are you creating opportunities to just tell your customer stories as if they're the heroes and not adding anything or trying to influence their story, but just simply showcasing their hero stories? And that's where that real gravity starts to pull from.
I love it. All right. Well, if you're a B2B CMO who can share, care, and dare with the best of them, including with Lisa Cole and her new book, Brand Gravity, do yourself a favor. Check out CMOHuddles.com. We are a community, and when we share things, we mean it. I'm Drew Neiser. That's your Tuesday tip. Peace out.